Today I'm here to share with you guys 10 brand new games on Steam that are absolutely free to play. Ones that I checked out and enjoy and feel that you may enjoy them as well. They come from a variety of genres, so there's definitely something for you on today's list. And at the very end of the video, we have something very special from a good friend that you're gonna have to stay tuned for. So let's dive into our top 10 new free to play games on Steam. First on today's list is Forced Sacrifice, which just launched on June 9th. Now, Forced Sacrifice is a bullet hell style survival game. This one done in a different way than the ones that we're typically used to saying. Here you need to find your way through different mazes and puzzles along the way, as well as avoid all of the incoming enemies. So not your typical bullet hell style game, but one that has a twist. Some of these mazes look very difficult to maneuver and are definitely going to be challenging along the way. This is a sandbox game as well, so it's going to allow for you to have your own creativity and really invest in the game and enjoy it with your friends, with the community, or even just solo. Next up is Blaster Beat, and this is definitely a special game with mostly positive reviews, and it also launched on June 9th. Now, Blaster Beat is a rhythm style shooting game. The rhythm and the music that you have inside of the game really motivates you to continuously play and to keep down the hordes of enemies or the other players that you're going to be fighting against. Really a fun game here with a cyberpunk style, but minimalistic style as well, graphic package for this game. The controls are really fun, easy to master, and the gameplay is just addicting and satisfying. As I mentioned, the audio inside of the game really does help thrive and help you just push through. It's motivating and it's fun. It has multiplayer, it has PvE as well. It's just a great experience for you to enjoy. Their Land came out on June 6th. And this one has some negative reviews, but let's see what you think. What we're looking at here is an action-adventure single-player style game. The graphic package here looks very nice. It's a shooter style with this adventure game as well, and it's going to take you into some really cool-looking environments along the way. I really like the way that the game... Oh, cut that out. I really like the way that the game looks. I like the enemies that you encounter along the way, and the weapons are intuitive and things that we're kind of used to from previous games. The monsters are fun, and the gameplay, in my opinion, is pretty darn cool. I think that if you're looking for a single player experience, this could be one that you enjoy. But as I mentioned, a lot of the community has given negative feedback about this game. So being free to play, we have the opportunity to hop in and see for ourselves. Test it out and see if this is something that you would like. And if it's not, you let me know in the comment section below and you delete it from your PC. Quasimorph came out on May 31st and has very positive reviews. Quasimorph is a RPG turn-based strategy style game with obviously a retro style graphic package with this game that, if you're into those types of graphics, looks very nice. You're gonna have to figure out how to get through different interactions inside of the game, different levels with different enemies, utilizing, of course, different weapons. If your tactics are strong enough, you'll be able to advance to the further stages inside of the game. But if you lack, then you're gonna have to figure out a new way to accomplish the tasks at hand. Really nice game here. Brings me back to, 20 years ago style gaming, but it's done well, super strategic, and if you're looking for a game that really makes you think, this is a great option. Pirate 101 came out on May 31st of this year. Now, I really like Pirate 101 because it's an MMORPG offering a massive open world that you can explore and play along with many other people. With different types of classes that you can choose from inside of the game, your gameplay will be able to be varied based on how you want to play and the way that you enjoy playing these kinds of games. It has a World of Warcraft style feel to it, and it definitely also has a little bit of a RuneScape look to it, in my opinion. But if you're looking for an MMORPG that's free to play in the theme of pirates, well, this could be a great option for you. This is a nice opportunity for you to get into a big world, play with a bunch of friends, and invest some serious time into an MMORPG. So we're halfway through the video, and I want you guys to let me know what your favorite genre is when you're playing games. Whether you're playing mobile games or free games on Steam, what's your favorite genre to play? I'll be looking in the comment section below and maybe featuring my next video on a common genre mentioned there. Formula Boa came out on May 26th and also sits with very positive reviews. This one here is an early access racing game that looks like a lot of fun. Racing games these days can get very technical, very graphic heavy, but this one here is pretty simplistic. And my favorite thing about it is how you see the screen. It's not a first-person format, not a third-person format, but instead an overhead camera that modifies and changes throughout different areas of the map. It's a very fun way to play that we don't really see very often. Maybe more of a Mario Kart feel than a Need for Speed feel for this one, but it definitely does have its own vibe to it. It's a lot of fun. It can be looked at as super casual, or you can push hard and try and be one of the best. This game right now is in early access and is absolutely free. The Drewwood came out on May 24th. And this one is an action-adventure roguelike style game, obviously with platform elements to it as well. I like it because it's a little bit darker than others that we're used to seeing. Typically when we see games like this, they're really bright, cartoony, happy, but this one here has more of a Castlevania style vibe to it. It's a little bit more dreary. The movement inside of the game is really nice, fun. The enemies are fun and big as well, and the graphics are reminding me of something from Ninja Gaiden. The game will actually give you a pretty good feel of Ninja Gaiden as you play it, but with that being said, it obviously has elements that are very different. That one stood out for its own reasons. This is a really fun game where you have different weapons and different maneuvers to get yourself through the map, and you're going to encounter different enemies as you go. Lots of fun if you're looking for a darker style platformer. Peggle Wash came out on May 19th. And this one is an action cartoon style platformer game that definitely has some light elements to it. Super fun, super, I guess you could say the kids would like this one, but it also has what it takes to keep us adults entertained and have a good time with it. Very nature feeling game right here where you're going to be fighting through pollution and trying to make your way through the different stages of the game. It's a bit different, it's a bit quirky, but the community likes it. Veiled Experts came out on May 18th. Veiled Experts is one of those action-style shooter co-op tactical games that really does look beautiful. I love the graphics here inside of the game. The combat looks awesome as well. It's an early access, free-to-play game right now, so it's the opportunity for you to dive into something that could be massive in the future, well, early. It's a nice looking game. I like that it has that tactical feel to it as well. It's not just a run up in there and battle style game. Instead, you're gonna need to know your role, play your position, and work together as a team. We need more games like that in my opinion, but this one seems like it's got some good potential to be something solid in the future. YuGiOh Master Duel came out on January 18th of last year, but I wanted to throw it on the list anyway because we needed a nice card style game here, and this is one of them. Not only does the game look beautiful, it is a really fun game to play for all of you card playing style game players out there. For me personally, it's not my favorite genre, but I know that for many people, they love this style. And I will say it is cross-platform between both PC as well as mobile, so you can take these battles on the go, which is always a great feature for many of these games. Really nice game here, which does have a lot of competition with other titles such as Marvel Snap, but this one is fun and it's been around for, like I mentioned, about a year and a half, so it's the oldest game on today's list, but a lot of people love it. And the final bonus game I have for you today is actually not a free game. This one costs $1 on Steam. It's called Alpaca Sprint, and it's made by a good friend of mine, PT6. It dropped on May 5th of this year. Brought to us by Brown Hammer Studios, Alpaca Sprint is going to take us back into the retro style of gaming. Very simplistic, at the same time very rewarding, and as you can see from the screen, a lot of humor and good personality went into this one. It's a pretty simple game. You run as an alpaca and you hop over things, black and white, but really a lot of fun. And a lot of people have been enjoying this one, myself included. It's one that I urge you to check out, one, because it's a fun game, and two, well, because my friend made it, and we want to support our family, right? Make sure you remember to subscribe to the channel for daily videos right here, giving you some insight on some of the best games that you should be playing every day.